Hey guys, welcome back to another Foundry review session. We're doing a new series today. We got Loki up on deck. We're going to be going through the
Woo!
episodes and having a good time going through it and reviewing for you guys. So we got the usual crew here today. We got myself, we got Johnny, we got Sly, we got Tony. How you guys doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What it
I'm
do?
good, Ken. How are you?
Good. I'm fantastic. I'm ready for this.
We gotta get in.
Good.
I'm gonna
It's
get
a
in
good one.
there, dissect
Oh,
what the fuck's going on in Ken's brain here.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's jump in. What do you guys?
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack from this episode. I feel like there was a ton of references,
Yeah,
going
they
on
jump
here.
right in. They
So-
do not.
So
hesitate.
Owen Wilson's nose apparently has been fixed within the last 6 years.
It
since his
looks
last movie,
Fairly
which
normal.
was the internship.
Looks pretty normal if that's what we're gonna be diving into first off. About.
That's all I gotta say. Owen Wilson, good job.
We're gonna
Owen
talk
Wilson.
about the
Owen
noses,
Wilson.
the big noses of the MCU. As a fellow big noser, I feel like I should really be the CEO of this branch or division. You could
Ruffalo.
say.
Hiddleston. Wilson. Let's throw in what's that one guy? He had a big nose too. Ultron.
Ultron.
Lizard King.
David
got a big purple
David
nose.
Spader.
David Spader.
Yeah, he's the voice actor for Ultron.
Oh yeah.
Or is it James? James Spader. Yeah, it's James.
James
I was
Spader.
like,
Yeah.
it's one of
Lizard
them,
King.
yeah.
I was mixing
From
up David Spade.
California.
David Spade.
Perfect. This is the perfect content.
All right,
need to
what are we
make a
talking?
separate
All right,
series.
yeah.
No. We're going through episode 1 of Loki, named
Slide.
quite appropriately.
Glorious purpose.
Yes, exactly.
This was kind of a sad episode and really like
Oh, yeah.
existential, like in a way. for me.
Yeah, they have to
It
catch
hurt.
up on a lot, but that's like near the end of the episode. We have a
Yep.
we have a bit to dive into before that. So I guess like just to get everyone caught up, this picks up right in that one spot in freaking Endgame where they lose the
Tesseract?
space stone.
Yeah.
The Tesseract, which has the space stone. And Loki grabs it and he teleports out of there. And everyone at that movie was like, "Oh no, what's gonna happen? Oh, that's gonna mess up the timelines and shit." And this is exactly where we pick up. He teleports out of there and he gets into some random desert.
Yeah, he's in a
Um,
desert,
It's like, what's up,
Not really
Mongolians?
sure
And they're
why.
like, what the fuck?
He has control of that. Like, why did he pick there? Like, why not teleport somewhere nicer or something? Maybe he was too quick on his feet. He didn't think of a good location. But
I feel
yeah,
like it's
Ian?
more. Maybe he wanted like somewhere where like there's no, he knew for sure there'd be like no technology because like everyone's hot on his ass. He just fucking launched an attack on New York. So like
It did
he's like,
seem a
well, where's
little odd.
desolate? Where's desolate? And he was probably just like Sahara Desert. Boom.
Desolate. That's interesting, Tony.
Yeah, he's probably just looking for somewhere very desolate.
It's actually
and
not.
he
It's
knew
not
for sure.
the Sahara. It's actually the Gobi. Just saying.
Whatever the fuck it is, Gobi and Sahara, it's the same goddamn thing.
They're just, on the opposite sides
Well,
of the world.
yeah.
That's funny. Stop. Stop, Tony.
But yeah, that's where it picks up. He teleports there. He does his classic Loki type lines, glorious purpose type shit.
I know. He's like,
but
I'm a
then-
god. He's like doing a spiel to like three people, like three fucking people in their 60s that are like, bro, we're just trying to find water.
Yeah, they're like, we don't give a shit. And then this mysterious force just pops in out of nowhere. It's like people in uniform. You're like, what the hell is this?
Space cats,
And-
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
space cop type feel going on. And they're like, yeah, this has got to end. And they just like, they freeze him in place or something and punch him in
Oh
slow-mo.
yeah, I was
It
like,
was so
Oh.
funny.
yeah,
It was
that,
so funny.
like the waves in his cheeks are like being. Oh, it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
he got a shit rocked. He was not
He
expecting
felt
that.
that. Oh yeah.
He was not ready. He was not ready. And then they place this mysterious thing on the ground and it like blows up. Not like an explosion, but it,
It like purges the
expands
whole
out.
area. It looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Men in
it's
Black,
like a-
this spot,
Yeah, exactly. Like it's weird. And then they're just out of there. they teleport to some weird 60s inspired, office building or something.
Yeah, this office building was actually very interesting. We figure out like what the whole location is and who's there and who occupies it. But I don't know if you guys ever played the game called Control, by Quantum, like the same people who made Quantum Break and Alan Wake, and
Oh yeah. Okay, I know
Yeah,
that game.
I
yeah.
know what you're talking about.
yeah, that like this place reminds me a lot of Control because it has like some futuristic parts, but it's like very much 60s like aesthetic inspired, like office building and stuff, which is really interesting. And we come to find out like this office space is like it's probably the greatest, like the most powerful place in the entire world, or like maybe like kind of the opposite, because they said we eventually find out that like powers can't be used here, like magical weapons can't be used here, so it's just like a place that nullifies a lot of shit. And
Yeah.
which I thought was really interesting. It's just kind of like an in between, like where it doesn't really exist but it does.
Yeah. It's a really weird spot. It's like it's there's all sorts of weirdness that happens here, that we kind of find out a bit about.
Yeah.
So-
So, which like Loki eventually like calls him out for it, but it's like it's a huge like bureaucratic building. Like he's at the DMV and
Yeah,
he's
it's very
signing
noir.
out. Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
signing out paperwork and stuff, and they're like. It was pretty funny. The line where like he was going through and they've got
Are
like
you a robot?
that. Yeah, it was pretty funny too. I was gonna say the spot where he prints out a bunch of sheets of paper and it's like, please sign here. This is all the words you ever said. And he says, what is this? And they like prints out more and he's
guy's
like,
like-
please sign this too.
Yeah,
he's like, it's
"Come
like
on,
stop
bro, just
talking. Like, you have more documents to add on to it. I'm like, that's actually pretty fucking funny. That's
yeah,
pretty good.
That was funny. It reminded me a lot of in Thor, the what the hell is that movie? Ragnarok, I think.
Yes.
Right, where he also ends up like kind of imprisoned for a bit, and they like strip him and cut his hair and everything, because that's what ends up happening to Loki. Basically, they strip
Mhm.
him, put him in new clothes. They didn't cut his hair, but
You're
This is
about to
fine
be
as
the
guardian leather.
grandmaster
yeah,
right now, and he's like, ah.
yeah,
I really like the segment of him like just being like put through like the process. You know, I thought it was pretty funny.
yeah. Little fish out of water type
It's
scenario.
processing, yeah. It's like jail.
Which was
Yeah,
nice
but-
because with a lot of Marvel stuff, I really dislike how they shoehorn humor in, and this was just like really
I
subtle.
think they got it. They got it. on
And
the
it was
spot.
just, it was great. A lot of stuff they do with Loki, and that they've been able to do with Thor, like how they are kind of have like some kind of medieval vibe, and they're not very accustomed to how we do things and how the real world operates or social cues, and they pull out the God card kind of thing, and they've been able to like capitalize on the humor. Not so much in Thor 1 or Thor 2; those movies kind of suck.
Yeah,
I don't really like
bad.
them.
Yeah.
But just the stuff like with Loki, a lot of time, like it's class. It's really funny.
Yeah, and you know the part that got me during the processing part, when he's like asking if he's a robot or something. He's like, "How would I know if I'm a robot?"
And he's like, you'll just walk through. That's how you know. And he's like, I don't want to.
So
though."
what happens if
And
I
he's
walk
like-
through? He's like, you'll melt from the inside out.
Yeah.
I'm not a
he's
robot.
like,
I'm
"It'll
not
be-"
a robot.
He's like, it'll be very painful.
It's just the fact that he was like questioning himself, his own existence for a bit. I thought that was
yeah, because they're like,
that was really
it's like,
funny.
are you a robot that you're like thinks that you're a human? He's like, wait, how would I know if I'm a robot if I think I'm a human? He's like, oh shit.
He's like, the guy was literally like, you walked through the machine. That's how. Just do it, bro. You're gonna have to do it one way or another. So you gotta go through.
It's funny to see him actually question something for the first time because he's usually so confident.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's very self-assured. At least
But
he
yeah.
projects that.
As soon as he gets here, he's just kind of like, I should reconsider a lot
Especially
of
with like the
these.
one dude. Whenever he's like, you be careful with that. That's the Tesseract. And he's like, the Tessa what? And he's like, that's cool. I like it.
Oh yeah, when they were taking all of it, it's evidence. They're like, no, it's a tesseract.
Yeah, and he's like, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, all right, cool. I'll
We'll be
remember the
careful.
Neato.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
This one's blue.
Paperweight.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I like the episode quite a bit. I don't know. At some point, we got like kind of a flash. I call it a flashback, but it's more time cop business. Owen Wilson and some other people. They were like, was it like in the mid 1500s? I think.
Oh,
that,
yeah. After
he
we
was
go
like-
through all the processing, yeah,
yeah,
it
he
goes
was
through
like
a little bit of a
investigating like a murder site, a
in
crime.
France.
Yeah,
Interdimension and serial killer.
yeah.
Yeah,
There
it
was a
was
crime
mid-1500s.
scene. Yeah, it was a crime scene that he was investigating. You know, he's just wearing a suit and tie, you know, kind of thing, and he's like some officers on the scene too, wearing like some SWAT gear. Which also, like, why are they wearing like SWAT gear and stuff with like guns? Like I feel like that's very accommodating for how we do shit, you know. And like, the universe is a very big place. I'm assuming there are weapons out there that are way stronger than what we currently have. Even Wakanda doesn't even have better shit on Earth, and they just like, oh, we're just dressed like SWAT teams, just like. And I was kind of hoping it'd be like Men in Black, you know, like, you know, you walk through the Men in Black headquarters, there's a bunch of fucking aliens walking around and shit, you know, and it's just like at that place, it's just a bunch of humans, and it's like, where is this? Like fucking like just America, Minnesota, like, or they're all speaking fucking English. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
it didn't seem very practical, but anyways, that's a small little thing to complain about.
Dude, English is the intergalactic primary language.
Is that?
Apparently to Marvel.
Yeah,
I honestly believe that. But that's just like a little nitpick.
I mean, it seemed
to
Guardians kind of, I guess, you know, solidified that. That was the first like intergalactic. I mean, no, even Thor solidified that. They're like, hey, we're Asgardian. We should be speaking like Norse or something, but we're speaking English.
Yeah.
It's the intergalactic language.
You're just spot on with that. I just wanted to say that. I'm like, there's no other people like of any other besides the human race. And I'm like, that's kind of odd, you know, how these people are supposed to represent like just the universe. And because what do they call themselves? The time
Federation, or the
time variant
TFA, or
Time Variance
TVA.
Authority.
Yeah,
TVA.
time variant authority. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, so we saw Owen Wilson. He was investigating a little murder, and he's like, oh, he's like, this is the sixth attack this month. Oh shit! And then a little kid walked in, and it shows that Owen Wilson, you know, he's a caring, diplomatic kind of man. He doesn't want to use force, like when it seems like the TVA. But at the end of the episode, you're like, yeah, they are definitely not afraid just to fucking hammer someone and kill someone if they're in the way.
No.
Yeah, not at all. And it looks like they're investigating a series of crime scenes, I guess. But we only saw the one, but they reference other ones that happened. And
yeah, they do.
Meanwhile, Loki's at the TVA hotspot, and he's getting ready for trial. He's going to trial.
Yep, they're putting him on trial. He's in front of a judge, and for messing up the sacred timeline, I believe. And he's like, "Well, what about the Avengers? They messed with time." And she was like, "That was supposed to happen."
Yeah, they were
And you're
supposed
like,
to do that.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's kind of
How does that work?
That's kind of
Convenience.
Yeah, how convenient. This
Yeah.
is a sacred timeline, you say. And then Owen Wilson pops in. He's like, you know, I could use this guy.
Hey, I need him.
Not,
And the judge
Not
is
get
like,
rid of him quite yet. Let me
Judge-
talk to him.
Yeah, and then he gets Loki in a room. He's like, all right, listen to me, sucker brain. You're gonna work with me, and I'm gonna show you a bunch of sad stuff on this TV here, and you're gonna want to work for me and
I'm gonna
realize that
blow
you're-
your freaking mind.
Yeah, he actually starts to dissect his mind. He's like, do you like to hurt other people? It's like Hotline Miami kind of shit going on. And he's like, do you like hurting other people? And he was just
That's
answering the
hot.
question. He just wanted Loki to admit to himself and put his guard down, I guess, and like, hey, and realize that like we are so insignificant like to what's actually going on with all the time stuff that's happening. And he was just trying to, I feel like, yeah, he was definitely trying to show him that like there's a lot more shit going on and a way bigger scale than what's happening right now.
Yeah, he was. It was basically the show's sneaky way of catching him up on everything that we as an audience know, like things that happened in his past in this timeline, but also everything that's going to happen in the future, in the sacred timeline, and yeah, he has to realize a lot of things real fast.
Yeah.
That reminds me, John, how you and I were talking. What was it last week about how you were sad that we lost that Loki,
Mm-hmm.
who had all this character development, and this episode essentially shell shocks him with everything in one day.
Yeah, which is pretty interesting to see. Not my favorite, but it is a way for them to catch up and like get that Loki that everyone like. I'd say by the end of Thor Ragnarok, people fucking loved Loki. Even
Yeah.
more than
Yeah.
before. Like everyone saw the appeal to Loki before, like evil, like the god of mischief. But now, like after Ragnarok, and
You take pity on him almost.
he's so lovable and just adorable, and he's the best.
Yep.
Yeah, he is a lovable, charismatic character. But I mean, like in this episode, you almost feel for him because you're like, damn, dude, you can't catch a break.
Yeah.
You had
Yeah.
to be exposed to your previous, the other timeline. You had to see how that played out, and you're here, and you're guilty. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
He tried even escaping a bit, and then he ended up seeing like more footage of his mom dying, and like he even saw his death like with Thanos, and he just saw a lot of what we saw in movies, and he just realized that like, hey, maybe everything is kind of pointless, that like everything they're saying is actually true, and maybe I should like help them.
Yeah. Yeah. He has to deal with that real fast.
dude.
But he does end up getting out. He actually escapes for a bit. I think what does he do?
He puts his
steals-
collar on the woman who collared him, if I'm not mistaken, and he keeps sending her somewhere else.
Oh, I completely forgot. Yeah, the big like wake up call was like he saw the evidence little drawer, and it was just a bunch of Infinity Stones, and he realized this place actually is the most powerful place, and I can't even use my powers or anyone's powers here, and the most powerful objects in the entire like Earth are right here. Like,
What
in
does he
this
call it? Does he
drawer.
call it Jotunheim? Does he go, have I reached Jotunheim or something like that?
I don't recall.
'Cause it kind of like fucks with him for a second, doesn't it?
I don't.
Like
I
he
don't
thinks
know.
he's dead.
Oh, did he Valhalla or something?
Valhalla or something, yeah.
I don't
Doesn't he think
remember
he's in,
that.
like heaven.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Yeah.
I thought he said something when he was looking at them, like when he made the realization. Sorry.
No, you're
Continue.
okay. Yeah, so yeah, he saw that and he realized like, oh, like I'm kind of stuck here. Then he says to Owen Wilson, he's like, no, I don't like hurting other people. He starts to let his guard down. He realizes that I will cooperate, and that's kind of resolves that issue of him not cooperating and not wanting to respond with like, I don't know, just being chill about everything. It's like, bro, we need you to like go along with this for the rest of the show. He's all right, cool, I'll do it.
Yeah. All right, cool. Sure. And then we get a little thing at the end where it's like the TVA is like investigating something.
Yeah, in Oklahoma, I think.
I think
Yeah.
another one of those, like
Variants.
probably murder cases, or something going on, and they're there and they're looking for whoever's there, and they see something, and then I think they get got. they all die. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
While
Or are they
trying to
wiped?
invest-
I forgot they actually said that what they told fucking what's his face, they told Loki, they're like, oh, who's this person that we're gonna be hunting down? He's like, you, we're hunting you. Yeah, so it's just like, oh fuck, dude,
The deadliest variant of all time. You.
Ah, shit.
Loki again, yeah, crazy. And then yeah, the people get blasted by something, and
We don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's like, isn't there like a bunch of fire and shit too?
Oh, yeah.
explosion.
Yeah.
Whoever was
It's like
on
an
the other side,
obvious trap,
they
but
were
they're just
yeah,
like,
they
let's just
they were
walk
prepared.
into this cornfield,
yeah.
Yeah, they're just cannon fodder pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, but hey, I love this first episode. I thought this was fantastic. I love the interaction between Owen Wilson and Loki. Loki is class so far. I thought it was fucking dope.
Yeah, they have some great chemistry.
Yes.
And I think that has really helped the show. I just the first episode, it's already you get attached already, you know.
Yeah,
It set the stage very well.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. I'm really excited for more episodes in it. But we all ready for ratings?
yeah.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
well, before we get into that, Sly, you're kind of the Marvel man here. Did you see any like big Easter eggs that we didn't really pay that much attention to? You want to bring to light?
There's a few little jokes. I know that one, like when they're looking
The
at his
Nightmare
highlight
Realm. I
reel.
forgot about that. When he's like, "Oh, we're going to the Nightmare Realm." He's like, "Oh, we're not like I'll definitely allow you to burn that place down." I'm like, that's obviously gonna be reference to something in the future.
Yeah.
I remember that. But sorry, what else were you gonna say?
I got a kick out of the DB Cooper thing.
Oh
where,
yeah, that was
Oh,
kind of
that
cool.
was fucking hilarious.
there was
Yeah.
some
I
really
can't
good
believe
humor
you
in
were
this with the
DB
Easter
Cooper.
eggs. Yeah.
He's like, I'm a big fan.
I was
It was like, it
curious.
was a bet, bro. It was a bet.
I was curious, like, what the fuck is happening? He's like, I need a bomb. He's like, I've got a bomb. He's like, I want a bunch of money. I was like, what the fuck does Loki need USD for?
It was a bet, bro. They've been fucking around in Midgard for a while.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, dude, what are you guys
That was
doing?
pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, it was a neat little thing there.
Yeah.
Turns out Loki was also he was fucking also the Loch Ness monster. Yeah, but yeah, I give this a freaking 9.
Is DB
dude.
Cooper a fucking cryptid?
That's funny. 9.
What'd you say?
I'll give it a 9.
Oh,
I agree.
okay. A 9.
Oh.
Yeah, I think a 9's pretty solid. I really enjoyed it.
9.
Lots of good chemistry.
I will be more than happy to give this a 9. And also one more Easter egg. When he's looking at that film reel and the reel runs out, on the writing on it, it says Earth 616.
Ah. So that's
insinuating that
does.
there are multiple Earths.
yeah,
Well,
because they said there were
616 is also
different
the comic
timelines.
book like OG main,
Yeah,
Earth.
they canonized that. Yep.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think they also referenced that in Spider-Man.
Yes, it's referenced in Spider-Man, and then I know that it was initially like the slightest hint of it was referenced in Thor: The Dark World. As bad of a movie as that was.
Was it? Wow, it's been so long since I watched that movie.
It's not good.
See, that's why we got Sly here, baby. All right, but everyone, that's gonna be our first review of Loki episode 1. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to head down below to that comments there and discuss with us a little bit and let us know your thoughts. But we'll be back for episode 2 to dive more into the Loki series. But you know, Hawkeye is gonna be coming out soon, and we're gonna be excited to see you guys then. But thanks everyone. I will see you later on the next review. Bye bye.
Peace.
Bye.